Our thoughts hold tremendous power, well beyond what many may believe to be true. In this now moment, your thoughts affect what you see as your reality, as well as the reality you will experience in the next moment and the one after that. What we are and what we experience are the same. There's no separation between the two. Quantum mechanics tells us that the observer and the observed are inseparable. What we believe to be true, make a firm decision about, choose intentionally, give a reaction to, desire wholeheartedly, give meaning or consideration to, and participate in, creates the world around us. Like a radio signal, our thoughts affect time and space, as well as our cells and our DNA. They dictate how we perceive the world and how the world treats us. Our inner workings translate into who we are physically through biochemical and neurochemical activities. And what we believe to be external manifests as how others react to us, what we encounter as circumstance, the circle of people we find ourselves involved with, and literally everything else that could be labeled as outer physical existence. It all works off the same quantum field of energy where all things are connected. What you feel the world is as a whole dictates the exact response that world gives you. What you give as input is what you receive as output. And what's at the center of all of this? Your mind. It's where all creation begins, and it affects non-physical as well as physical reality. It's a powerful time machine that can literally transform your life and all of your experiences. It's an extension of the larger part of you that's connected to any and everything. And it can travel through time and space to make adjustments to your reality. How well you manage your thoughts, beliefs, and behaviors is just how well you will experience your life. Because our thoughts are energetic, they interact with all other energies. And with this interaction, we influence and create reality based on our own personal observations. Without observation, whether through sight or one of our other senses, we would not have a conscious experience of reality. And anything you have not yet observed is merely a possibility waiting for that connection from you through the use of your mind. So let's talk about how our minds can affect time and space for manifestation. Our memory is an important part of this equation. Take just a moment to think of a memory from your past. Now, think of a different memory from your past. As you go over different memories you have about your life, you might be able to see how you don't actually recall a stream of events. When we pull up a memory, we call to mind short images or segments, but rarely do we see it as though it were a movie that lasts any real length of time. And if we do, it's likely that our minds will reconstruct specific parts of that. Our memories maintain the energy of those events in our minds. And because that energy is in our minds and easily accessible, that energy is also a part of our present and our future. The mind automatically links together the energy of what it considers to be past, present, and future moments as a means of continuity. If we were to eliminate a specific memory, it would no longer have the influence it once had. And if we were to change the energetic component of a memory, it would change the specific type of influence it has over our present as well as our future. Similarly, the visualizing we do for our future also carries an energetic component. When we daydream or imagine something in detail, that thought carries a specific energy. And if that energy is utilized often, it begins to move into a space of completing itself. In other words, your present moment will find ways to connect with the energy that your mind is creating and begin to link up with it, making it a viable option for observation as a means of completion. In essence, we can travel to different dimensions of time and space with our minds to create an experience to observe from a physical standpoint. Balance is the key to our energetic and physical existence. We want to dream a reality into existence with the use of our mind, so we are able to experience it fully with our body and our senses as a physical manifestation. So your mind is a bit like a time machine in itself. It can go backward and forward in time and space to access all types of energetic fields, and it links all of this together automatically. The events of our lives leave imprints that are expressed as a manifestation of our present moment experience. And the mind can draw on historical events to decide how to give meaning to the current moment. And with our minds, we can alter the energy of the past and the future by thought and imagination alone. And when we alter this energy, we connect to new things and create new experiences. The stronger the positive energetic connection between your past recollections and the future you are creating, the more powerful and accurate your manifestations will become. So here's how to do it. Use your mind to travel back in time to a memory where you felt as though life was not giving you what you wanted. This may feel a bit unpleasant and cause feelings to surface that you'd rather not experience, but this step must take place in order to heal this energy and create new present and future manifestations. Realize that any unpleasant feelings you experience with this memory are due to the type of energy that particular memory contains. This type of memory is like carrying around an old suitcase that's no longer needed. And the stuck energy of that memory projects into your present and oftentimes what would be referred to as your future. So you're going to choose to not carry that type of energy around anymore. Now, as you think of this memory, prepare yourself to change the energy of it into something different. We're going to attach a more relaxed and neutral sensation to this memory so that when the mind refers to it again, the energy of it will be different. So in this moment of recalling this memory, instead of focusing on how it feels, take a moment and use your mind to focus on the details around that memory. Where did it happen? What's the weather like? What were you wearing? Who was there with you? What are the details of the room or the environment that you were in? So just take a second to do that now. Now choose one of those details in that memory that you just noticed, and then use your mind to zoom in on it and study the details of that thing. For example, you might have noticed a bird singing a song in the background of that memory. Zoom in on the bird. What type of bird is it? What color are its feathers? What's the pattern of the song that it's singing? So just take a moment to find one of those details, zoom in on it, and examine its details. Stay there for a few seconds, and then let your mind come back to the present moment once again. As you do this, you are linking new meaning or new energy to that memory. And in doing so, you will most likely find that your mind moves smoothly from the central memory and feelings associated with that, through the trivial details, and then away. And if you do this enough times, you can neutralize any energy that keeps you stuck in repeating something from the past that you no longer wish to experience. When we link a new sensation to a memory, it neurologically rewrites that internal resource in our mind, and the energy of it automatically changes. This will shift your internal representation, or the meaning that your mind gives it. For some, this may require a few tries, and any time that the memory presents itself with an energy that doesn't feel so good, this technique can be used until eventually it encompasses an entirely new energetic component. You can also use this technique anytime you find something happening in your current experience that might be bothering you. Move into the details surrounding that experience that are not directly related to how you feel. And in doing so, you once again change the meaning that the mind has about it, and therefore the energy that surrounds it. Essentially, you neutralize the energy instead of allowing it to remain as something negative within you. When you link a good or even neutral feelings to a memory that's unpleasant, it will change. By changing our internal resources, We change our experience because the mind is given new data to work with. And we can move back and forth in the mind, skating through all of the different energies to do this. Most of us already know that we can affect our reality through visualization and the programming of new information. What we often don't realize is that the time machine in our minds also allows us to move into the past events to create enormous change in our present and future. It's not only about revisiting the events that caused us happiness or even sorrow, it's about healing any energy that's stuck so we can manifest a dynamic reality. We form different perceptions about how the outer world affects the inner world rather than the other way around. But we all have the ability to go within and transform our energetic signature and our entire lives anytime we wish with just the use of our powerful mind time machine.